Now for Hungry 7 Heritage Episode 10, everybody. Tell me about it. I love that line because it's just so true to life. Your own worst enemy is yourself more often than not. But yeah, in the previous episode, we got introduced to Riku properly, considering the fact that we didn't really get to see much of him in the movie. Now, granted, the movie came out after this episode. This was our proper first introduction to him. But still, it's good that he got... I guess that's why he doesn't get much in the later episode, in the movie. That doesn't really matter. He gets character development, that's good enough. And yeah, Yura isn't dead. So that's good. He's just working for another random schmuck. Alright. Also, we got in trouble with the interdimensional police for going between dimensions. Oops. I swear I won't do it again. I promise. That's a little transition with Espigo and the Elysium. That's nice. We will get backstory in Dimension Explosion, which is something I think the original Hungry 7 never really went into detail on. It's just, this is a cool card. I could use it in some regard. Okay, but how did it come to be? Shut up. Interesting about both Yura and, sorry, not Yura. Both George and Riku's eyes go different ways. I thought this was starting from, like, above, and he was just, like, laying like that on it, like, on top of them. No, it's a sideways log thing. I was like, that must be the most uncomfortable bed of all time. I swore I put that on vibrate. I apologize. You're not a fan of alter egos in general.
Jura vagyok. Én nem párhuzamos dimenzióból érkeztem, hanem egy közelben lévőből.
See, it's completely different.
A mi dimenziónkon is volt egy rés, amin keresztül át tudtam esni ebben még egy pár hónappal ezelőtt.
You can understand the confusion. I'm not a parallel universe, I'm an adjacent one. Bah.
Hasadáson jöttetek át?
Igen.
Akkor ezt valószínűleg én okoztam. Mi van?
Ez nagyon érdekesen hangzik. Milyen eszközzel csináltad?
Dimension explosion. Surprisingly, after the destruction of the universe, the card survived.
Valami nagyon őrült cégnek a tulajdonában állt. Miközben az itteni örökössel harcoltam, kénytelen voltam beaktiválni.
Oh no, you had a choice. You could have chosen to not activate it, but you chose against that one.
Szerintem ez egy kártyaformában lévő aktivátor.
Aktivátor?
Hallottam már hasonlóról, hogy varázs csapdakártyákba rejtenek bizonyos dual diszkkel aktiválható fegyvereket. Ez nem holografikus rendszer, hanem fizikai esemény.
Damn.
Ahelyett, hogy itt bájcsevegnénk, koncentrálhatnánk inkább a feladatra. Ha tudsz valamit az itt lévő örökösről, akkor mondjad. Garynek hívják, és a bestia, ami nála van.
I can't believe you hold the legendary Red Eyes Black Dragon. If I'm not mistaken, this is Corey's father. But it might be some other actor entirely. Yeah, it looks like some other actor, but though he could have died or stopped dying his hair. Meh.
És ahogy látom, nem is hamisítvány.
Úgy hallottam, maga az egyetlen aktív tudós, aki ismeri a bestiáknak a múltját.
Jól hallottad. Sok évet töltöttem az életemből ennek az eseménynek kutatásával.
That is all. That'd be $200, please.
Hivatalos örököse. Szeretnék mindent megtudni.
Meanwhile, nice to know you're still here. Just a little training, nothing wrong there. Gotta stay in shape and all that. Even in the same place they were in the duel in like episode 2, was it? Something like that.
Megidézem a cyberegényt, használom a képességét, és kikeresem a papírból ritual century, amit aktiválok is.
Naturally.
Elfogom a kezemből a Machine Angel rituált, hogy kikeresem a papírból Machine Angel abszolút. amit aktiválok, és feláldozom cyberregényből, valamint visszakeverem a temetőből idetent. Rituál idézés. Jelenj meg, Cyber Angel Izana.
It's a shame that she's like the only ritual player in the entire series. I'm probably gonna eat my words on that one later, but still. But hey, at least you get one, I guess. It's better than 0. Still more rituals than 5Ds had.
Aktiválom a foolish bolyát, és kidobom a pakliból a temetőben.
Why would you send Honest to the graveyard?
Jó az neked.
Semmire. Úgyhogy aktiválom a mezőn második képességét, és
Ah.
visszakeverek a temetőből 4 varázslatot a pakliból.
So she can add Honest right back to her hand.
Mivel 4-et kevertem vissza, ezért a temetőmből megidézhetek egy 4-es vagy annál kisebb fényelemű tündérszörnyet. Üdvözöljük újra!
I don't care if you doubled your attack points. I'm gonna obliterate you. Also, it's a ghost rare, so that means it gains triple the attack points. It's a joke.
Képességével visszajön a kezembe. Izanával a
Why was your
cyberterületre
Izana
kell,
during
és
that?
használom a
Oops.
képességet.
Ez szép volt. De a másik szörnyemet kellett volna támadnod. A limited removal miatt úgyis elpusztult volna a Cyber Dragon.
Igazad lenne,
Because Izana can attack twice.
ha elpusztít egy szörnyet csatában, rátámadhat egy másikra.
Also, we forgot to show that our stats were increased.
Izana a támadópontja visszaáll az eredetire.
Well, then again,
Viszont a rituális víz miatt úgysem.
what about the machine dupe? I guess the VII was in defense mode.
Aktiválom a Pot of Desires-t.
Page 10, draw 2.
Mivel több mint 6 lap van a Benishben, így áldozás nélkül megidézhetem meg magam.
The other gizmet kind of failed me, so I'm using this one
A
now.
kezemből egy hercet, és így egy vele azonos támadós védekező pontú szörnyet vehetek a pakliból a kezembe, ami egy másik herc lesz.
Hers.
Amikor Herc a temetőbe került, kiemeltek egy Cyber.
I'll add hers. I'm right here. No, not that kind of hers. I mean like with a Z.
Összeolvasztom a Cyber Dragon a kezembe lévő herccel.
Fúziós idézés, jelenj meg. Kimeratek, Rampás Dragon.
Okay.
Mivel megidéződött, elpusztíthatom a Ritual Sanctuary-t és a Ritual Cage. Aztán aktiválom Rampás második.
It's all fun and games now until she drops the second honest.
És Drájt. Csata. Rampás Dragonnal megtámadom Izánát.
Kivonom a temetőmből a Machine Angel rituál.
But it can
Izana
attack
nem fog
like up to the number of materials it's sent to the graveyard
fejlődni.
plus 1.
A köröd végén pedig a Power Bond miatt a sárkányon támadópontját levonjuk az életénkből. Így én nyertem.
Kimeratek, Rampás Dragon újra támad. Ráadásul annyiszor, amennyi szörnyet a temetőbe küldtem az effektjével.
Mi?
That's right, I have multi-attacks too.
Kami, fejezzétek be!
A Poklid akár a legszorultabb helyzetből is képes kimászni. Hogy tudták kikapni Espego ellen?
Ne
I
is
don't know.
emlékeztess
The
rá,
plots.
idegesít. Espego
No one's perfect.
élő emberek
Not even Corey.
felhasználásával készült. Olyan a stratégiája, hogy átlagos párbajozók pakliai nem képesek felvenni vele a versenyt. Nem is értem, Gary hogy győzte le a kvázár használata nélkül.
Well, we had to make up a new monster to get him out of
Nem
that
is értik,
situation.
hogy hogyan nyert, igaz?
A berserker szullag.
És szerinted az honnan volt meg neki?
Hát gondolom, várj csak. Ezt miért kérdezed így?
She gave it to
Apám
him.
tette azt a
Oh,
lapot a
it's the
papjára,
father.
amíg a kórházban volt.
Really?
Gary lapot kapott az apánktól.
I guess it means even he got past the
Nem
hatred
kell
to an
így
extent.
Neked is számtalanszor adott volna már, ha nem lennél ilyen. De tisztában volt vele, hogy Espego célpontja Gary, és csak így tudott intézkedni ellene.
Mert egy maga gyáva volt elé állni, és másokkal végezteti el a piszkos munkát. Még egy ok, amiért távol tartsam magam tőletek.
Don't get me so lost in your hatred, even we're trying to get past it. Why does he hate Bella though? Bella's been fine to him the entire time. Bella doesn't deserve that.
Történetét jól is.
Also, for the record, I said that Eddie Yor was the least important character of the Gary counterparts. No, Gradion wins that.
Az ilyen tanulmányok
Unfortunately,
érdemes lenne,
because I like him, but
főleg, hogy egy örökös van.
Anyway, now for lore.
2000 éve készült az első 3 párbajkártya. amelyek 3 elátkozott szellem lelkét zárták el. Ennek a protokollnak a kivitelezője volt Zoran Vandratu.
Zoran Wadratu.
Ez nem az a család, akiknél a bestiák voltak?
So you know about this lore already. Shut up, I'm the one telling the story.
3 gyermeke volt. Egy
You don't know about the story, why are you asking me?
akik ikrek voltak, valamint egy náluk 5 évvel fiatalabb fiú. A családban mindig nagy viták voltak, hogy apjuk halálakor melyik férfi gyermek fogja örökölni az uralkodói rangot. Mivel a fiatalabbik testvér egész életében edzett, hogy alkalmas legyen, míg az idősebbiknek csupán a kora volt az előnye. A választáskor végül az idősebbik lett a kiválasztott uralkodó. És ezen felbőszülve az öccse szabadjára engedte azt a 3 lelket, melyek ezekbe a lapokba voltak bezárva. A lényeg megtestesülése 2 sárkány és egy harcos volt. A 2 sárkány egymás tökéletes ellentétei voltak, míg a harcos egy semleges lény. Az egyik sárkány rombolt és pusztított, míg a másik sárkány alkotott és épített. A harcos miatt viszont nem volt elég jó a jó szándékos sárkány rekonstrukciója, mert a gonoszabbik őt is pusztításra buzdította. Ezt a katasztrófát egy bölcs...
Because both of them were dragons, they just assumed both were evil, because stereotyping.
Amire a mai napig nem jöttek rá. Mindenki csak egy hatalmas fényt látott, ami végül a 3 bestiát és a kiválasztott hőst eltüntette. Azóta megtudtam, hogy ezek a bestiák teljesen szétszóródtak, és a hős a 3 vandratú testvérről nevezte el őket, akik mind az életüket vesztették a pusztításban. A 3
From the
bestia
intro, yes.
formáját folyamatosan formálta az idő előre.
I like that transition.
Nem hittem volna, hogy egyszerre
Even turned to a Bandai card for a moment.
Hú, hát gondolom ezt a töri tanárom is hasonlóan adta elő, csak most, hogy tudom, hogy közöm is van hozzá,
If your history teacher had taught you that stuff, then you wouldn't be here asking me now.
Ez a kártya.
Although it beats the heck out of history teaching being like, today class we're going to discuss World War II. Again? Look,
Tartsuk a kapcsolatot.
Adolf bad, I know, don't worry. Can we just skip this now?
Információt, ami ehhez köthető.
Nagyon hálás vagyok, hogy ennyit segítsz. Mivel tartozom?
Ugyan? Semmivel. Részemről megtiszteltetés.
You paid me enough by keeping the script on the side there for me to look at all times.
Sarja személyesen keresett.
Hey, it's fine.
Valamint
He's saying a bunch of dialogue with a bunch of names like that he might not know. It's fine.
akkor felé...
Even like official TVs and stuff like that, sometimes you can catch them looking at the cue cards.
Hát jelenleg számomra az információk talán még a pénznél is fontosabbak, de nagyon szépen köszönöm a segítséget.
Are you sure? Because I'd be willing to pay you a pretty penny for that quasar. I shined a flashlight. Be careful, it might be a black light. Ugh. You don't want to know what you'll see under there. I swear, I know it's the Tourette's transitions form, but it looks like they're just slowly going backwards. Like, now we're in Mississippi. Now we're in Chicago. Now we're in Illinois. You know me? How many sectors are there? Wouldn't you want to enable it like 1, 2, 3 just to make sure that you reduce this thing? This is the Earth 616 problem. We're just like, okay, so there's 615 other Earths at least. Oh! We only just started walking. No, I sense a disturbance in the Force. No fair, you can teleport.
Uraim,
Sort of.
annak kell közölnöm, hogy kénytelenek vagyunk önöket ebből a dimenzióból eltávolítani.
I guess it was just the portal that crashed down, not them. Well, that's a good place to stop us any, right? I'm done with this episode. So they are going to be arrested by the interdimensional police. You're under arrest, everyone. Little did you know, season 2's actually only like 3 episodes. Could you imagine? You're under arrest. Okay, bye now. The end. Credits. That would have been hilarious. So anticlimactic but hilarious. Ugh. But no, yeah. We got a lot of lore in this one. It's very important lore too that you want to know in the future with the with the Wadro clan and all that stuff, and the backstory with the 3 archetypal legendaries. I had 3 cards, and basically each one of them is sold to the beast of some regard. And yet all of them were just let the youngest son jealous of the oldest son. And because of it, released 3 legendary beasts of ultimate power. Oops! All because of a little bit of petty revenge. A little bit of Cain and Abel in there too, for good measure. Meanwhile, the sister's just there. It is kind of fitting, I guess, because it's... The 3 kids kind of symbolize the beasts, because it's just like one was focused... I guess we don't know much about the older brother, but the younger one was focused on destruction, given the fact of what he did in order to get the revenge and all that jazz. And the sister kind of stayed out of it, which means that I guess the oldest would have been the one focused on that. But that doesn't make sense because Quasar is a girl. Yeah, when we heard that voice, like my youngest inherited, that female voice, I believe that was implied to be Quasar. I mean, I guess it's possible that was Halbert Cam, but it wouldn't have said my youngest inheritor, because Halbert isn't Gary's. But then again, I guess it doesn't have to automatically mean that. I don't know. It's one of those things just like starts female. What? Since when? Since now. Sorry, Krotzko, you're not canon. You didn't last a year. You're not canon to me. Anywho, what was I? Oh yeah, that lore will be very important going forward, so I hope you took your notes. I just like that little, again, transition where just like, it's a freaking Bondi card, then it's an anime card, then it's a real life card. That's nice. Also, the actor they got to give all this exposition did his job well. It doesn't matter if he has to look at the notes every once in a while. Who doesn't need to check the notes every once in a while to be like, what were my lines again? He's giving a lot of exposition in one take where he can't really... It's fine, it's fine. No harm, no foul. Yeah, if anything, I'm surprised they was able to read all the text here from just to the side. Maybe something with a Hungarian language or something. Maybe it's easier written down. I don't know how you write in Hungarian, to be honest. I could Google it, but no. Yeah, that would be work. And I don't want to do work. I want to have fun. And I want to have fun watching Hungry 7. That's my excuse. Anyway, yeah. What else? They got... Well, they're not to deal with their arrest, the bad guys are. Meanwhile, Gary... Well, Gary's off doing whatever. Well, Gary's right there below the instruction. What am I saying? Corey is talking with his sister and learning about... Actually, the father put the Berserker Soul in the deck, so that's interesting. I guess maybe the father's trying to get back against his prejudice too. Maybe like a respect for his son and all that jazz in some regard. Or maybe he doesn't hate the Quasar as much. Maybe he learned more information. We'll learn more about the father as time goes on. He's an interesting little side character, an important part of Corey's story. Too bad Bella took another L as a result, but you know. I still like her. She's the best girl character in the show by standards that she doesn't die at the end. Plus, I do like her whole thing, so she's like a nice person. I wonder if it's a real life sister. That's personal information. I don't need to know that. But anyway, yeah. So that's the end of episode 10. What do you think? Hey, did you like it? Did you not like it? Let us know in the comments below. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Later.